What's up, everybody? A Sparrow with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on Space Engineers, back on our Corvette build. In the last episode, we left off trying to kind of cover up our fixed weapons down here with some angle blocks and a couple of these MCM LE doors and things like that, but we ran into a bit of a snag with the Gatling guns, which I'm going to kind of tackle a little bit today. Effectively, at the moment, going to basically be giving up on them. The reasoning being, I could not find anything that works with this shape. The airtight hangar doors are too thick, that when these are retracted, they clamp it down and makes the ship go all over the place and eventually blows up the Gatling turrets. I tried to use the MCM doors because technically they'll actually fit, if you can see right there. They'll technically fit around that, but it's still just the collision boxes are too inconsistent, and so they don't actually work. I did try this setup a little bit using the smaller ones, because the azimuth Gatling guns actually have two different versions, the long and the short. So I tried the short ones, but unfortunately, where the size would actually help, the height is not. That extra block there of the angle block is causing a lot of problems, because I actually have these this piston set to a minimal distance of 0.1 instead of 0.05 like the rest, and it still will not properly retract up here without causing a problem. Which means if I go too much further, then even if this would work, I still couldn't put a door there because they're sticking down too far. Now, there is one thing I have not tried, which is... let me make sure that I don't get rid of... I'm still hearing things like that too, little thuds and booms, and I'm not really sure where that's coming from because all of my other stuff has been set properly for a while, so I hope nothing came loose. Where's my spectator camera, actually? Maybe I should do a fly-through and see if anything actually came loose. Because I haven't wanted to reload the game. I told you guys before, it takes like 20 minutes or something for the game to reload. I've got way too much stuff in this file, and I need to actually change it. I don't see any debris or anything. So I don't know where the thudding is coming from. But I don't think that will work, so let's get rid of that one. The one thing that I hadn't really tried yet was using a different Gatling gun, like the main guns or something to that effect. I don't know if these would work any better. They're technically one block shorter, but I don't think that's really going to make much of a difference in the grand scheme of things, and they're also probably not any thinner. So for like the airtight hangar doors and stuff, I don't think that's actually going to do anything. So the unfortunate part is there are options, but it kind of seems like every option is just not really doing anything. It doesn't really improve the situation any. So, you know, I'm not really sure what to do in that regard. But for now, we're just going to have to leave these as they are. I am going to leave the ridge just for matching, but I really am upset that I can't find some kind of door to cover them up properly. It's really bothering me. Kind of like I said, you know, I don't officially, you know, never been actually diagnosed with any kind of OCD or anything like that, but there are things that, you know, asymmetrical stuff really annoys me at times. Wait a minute, why did that retract and not everything else did? That's weird. That's really weird. And what's that? That's really bothering me. Yep, see, what is that? What is going on here? That's not good. Wait, I changed the maximal distance, didn't I? Is that what happened? Tiny. No? No, I didn't. Why is that one lower? Hold on. Where did it go? Why is this one lower than that one? Oh, it's it's not. That's funny. It's because this actually has the ridge on it. That's kind of funny. Okay, I didn't see that. Why is everything still... I'm still hearing thudding, though. Like something's banging against something, and I don't know what that's from. I don't have any debris floating around in my ship. That's... weird. Okay, whatever. Perhaps. Did I not add... No, I did. Okay, so fixed weapons, reverse. What is going on? My ship has got a mind of its own right now. What in the world is going on? This is really weird. This is really freaking me out. All of my settings are the same, as they always are. And I just replaced the fixed weapons back to where they're supposed to be. But now when I close this fixed weapon, or actually it seems like all of them, and now it's starting to like push things around and shift the ship. This is weird. It's becoming a ghost ship. Okay, let's just set all of the minimal distances. How's that? Okay, I know this is... maybe? I don't see why this would make a difference at all, but... all the current positions are the same. And all of the minimal distances are the same. All of the velocities are the same. So what the heck is going on that now is causing my ship to flip around? Oh, and now it's not doing it. What the heck? That is too weird. No idea what's going on with this thing. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. No idea. None whatsoever. But anyways, we know that for these guys, the missiles, I'm actually going to turn symmetry mode on. So I don't have to do this more than once. But we know with these, the angle stuff and the doorways and things, we know those work. So we're just going to go ahead and add that to these. So we don't have to do it. And I apologize for the frame rate again. There's really nothing I can do about it. I will say that I haven't had this much of a problem with the Inspiration series, where I've been doing a lot of vanilla builds. So the base game may not have this many frame rate issues, but with whatever mods I've got going on, something is not happy about their more recent visual updates, because my frame rate went from normal to almost intolerable. So something has transpired, and I am not a happy camper about it. Okay, so, and then we'll put this guy here. Now, why did it not place over here? I don't know. Weird. And I'm just going to make sure to open these so I don't accidentally try and extend the pistons and have them, you know, try and go through a door, basically. So that's all well and good. Like I said, the Gatling guns really bother me at this point, because the weird part is, now that these are back, I can show you, this actually works. You can see that it works. I can't recall, to be honest. I think this actually works when I place it, too. I don't want to do it, because I don't want to have to reload the world save a third time, which I've already had to do today in trying to mess with this before recording. But because it'll let me place it, it will technically work. But because the dimensions are so right on the money, when I actually tried to extend them, the back end there where the conveyors are gets caught on the door frame, and it's a bad day. So the one door that actually kind of works won't work for that, which is like, great. Good job, guys. Yay me. So unfortunately, I am probably going to need to put the ridge here for now, as it's being called in the comments, which is fine. But basically, I don't know what to do with it, because I'm either going to have one of two options, I think, in my head. What I'm actually thinking, being blatantly honest, is probably going to be changing the guns themselves to something that better fits. Or I don't know. I just can't find something that works for these things, so it's really kind of bugging me, because everything else will match, and then these will just be open, exposed guns, and I don't like that, but I really can't come up with a solution. So for this, we're going to have to play around a little bit here for these two guys, because you may notice there's only one block in the center. So this is not going to go probably the same way as the rest of them. So let's find out what we're actually going to do here. But I would like to get this area of the ship kind of resolved to where I know... And I think for now I'm just going to run these together as one long ridge. And then put like a standard block in the center, maybe. And it gives me the sound that I can't build them after it lets me build them there, because, you know, reasons. Okay. So let's put you there, and we'll put you... Turn mirror mode off. There. Okay. And... Now, I don't know how this is going to work, either. Because these doors are kind of going to open into the spaces of the rest of the stuff. Though I have to theorize that because it can open through blocks, they're not actually collidable, is my hope. Because otherwise that's going to be a problem as well. So I'm not as big of a fan of that front one. It's a little bulky, but it works. It's doable. Oh, I never finished this over here, did I? I just placed the... Well, I don't really need mirror mode on it for this, actually, because the other side's already done. Okay, so I basically just need to... Again, I really... Maybe there will be a mod by the time I'm ready to, like, sign off on the ship. Maybe there will be a new mod that I can use to cover these up. If any of you are a huge fan of mine and you happen to be a modder, feel free to make one. I wouldn't be opposed to that. In fact, I'd actually be quite surprised. But yeah, that's... Or if you know of one, if you've seen one on the... Because I don't have every possible door hanger thing on my ship by any means, so if any of you are like, oh, I saw this one that would work perfect, you know, feel free to send me a link or something. Okay, last thing is, do we want to do these for the landing gears? Some suggested doing them for the landing gears. I kind of like that the gears are inset. I actually liked that the weapons were inset, but everyone else seemed to really like the idea. And once I did the rover bay, it just kind of seemed to make sense. But I may leave the landing gears. I haven't really completely decided yet. Let's take a look at what this looks like all closed up. MCM, let's do a weapon door group. And we'll also set these to moi. Okay, so let's pull our landing gears up. And we'll close... Okay. See, it's been doing that lately. I don't know what's the problem, that now all of a sudden I'm getting bumps and thuds, because up until now, everything's been fine. All all the doors shut, all the pistons retracted. Now I'm getting thuds and things, and it makes me nervous. I guess as long as nothing actually breaks or degrades, it's not a huge deal, but it still makes me very nervous that I haven't actually set something up properly. Okay, so fixed weapon doors. Where's the doors? Let's close the hangar pistons. Oh, that's to retract the rover. Okay. And then hangar inner glass rover doors. Let's close those. Let's close our weapon doors. And let's see how the bottom of the ship looks now. So, overall, not bad. Like I said, the front ones are a little clunky, but like I said, I don't really have a better option considering there's only one block in the center to work with. I did like everything being inset a little bit better, I think, but I don't know. The rover compartment, I will admit, made things a little bulky in terms of like the bottom. But I kind of like that. I mean, I think it's better overall. I'm still not happy with the chain gun look. But I think it'll work. I don't think I want to... I really like the landing gears the way they are. I don't really think I want to do the ridge for them. But, you know. Now, one quick thing, though, before I do anything too crazy, is I wanted to save it, so I did that. Now, let's go through the proper order here. So we're going to open the weapon doors. Okay, and now let's lower the weapons. Nothing broke, thankfully. So everything seems fine. Let's retract them. No noises. Good. Weapon doors, close. Okay, so as of right now, all of that works. Still not happy with the chain guns, but I feel like I've beaten that dead horse into the ground already. So yeah, other than the chain guns, if everyone else is happy with that, I'll probably sign off on, like, the exterior on the bottom is done. The only other... so here's the only other things I could do that I see. I could maybe adjust some of this slightly, like that front one being a little bit bulky, but I don't know that I can really do anything with it because of the dimensions and stuff. There's just... if I put a ridge there, there's just gonna be one block in the middle, and it's just... that's how it's gonna go. Personally, I wouldn't be opposed to stripping it all back down to the inset, because some of this does make the bottom look a little bulkier, but I'm okay with it overall. The one thing I don't know I could do, but I don't know if I want to, is adding the ridge to all the landing gears. For one, I would have a bit of a dimensional issue, like you see here, where there's one block between, but you have to, you know, again, like doing the ridge part, it would have to be a 5x5. Yeah, see, I don't think the landing gears need it, because with these over here, I ended up going outside the 5x5. Yeah, it's a 7. And so if you did 7, like it would basically be like down here, you're already gonna cut into where the next one has to go. So I think it would just add a layer of kind of clunkiness that doesn't need to be there. Like I said, I'm not as big of a fan of the ridge on the bottom. It adds like bumpiness to the bottom, and I liked it being a smooth. That's why I liked it being more inset. However, I kind of shot myself in the foot with doing the rover bay that way. But honestly, if it were me, because I can't get these covered up, these chain guns, I honestly would probably just go back to everything but the rover bay being an inset and be done with it. That's my personal vote. I'm really on the fence about that, because this looks okay, but it doesn't look finished because of the chain guns, and it also adds a lot more bulk that I didn't really want on the bottom. A single rover bay would be kind of okay. I'm not sure I really like that overall, though. So I'm going to leave it, but I'm not 100% convinced that I'm actually going to keep it that way. Now, moving on with the last half of the episode, so to speak, or last quarter, whatever. I need to open... Where's my door? O2 farm pistons. Do I not have, like, an elevator thing here? I think this is... Yeah, that's the ground. Okay. So let's do outer airlock. I'm actually really surprised I don't have that already set up. Okay. So we need to go back into the ship here at this point, because the outside's pretty much done, unless we change a couple of things. Now, I haven't completed the script stuff and all that for the, whatchamacallit, the inside here. The airlock system of, like, what to turn off and what to open and all that. You know, I haven't done all that yet. That's kind of another probably off-camera thing I'll probably do. There's a couple of things I want to tackle, though, mainly being this, that I don't know that I'm going to keep this long section of glass. I may just switch it to... Where did I have that? This guy, like a hatch type of thing, and put it somewhere like here over the main door. I might do something to that effect. And the other things we still have yet to do is like the lighting details. And the biggest one is respawn stuff. Whoops, forgot about that. So I still have yet to actually tackle the respawn situation. It's something I probably should have dealt with a long time ago. But, quite frankly, I still was not really sure what to do with it. Now, the biggest thing is I need to actually look up, and all of you can help in that regard if you know of smaller, compact, because I don't have room for this guy, like the massive main medical room. I just don't have a spot for something that big. I mean, I could rip some of this out and things, but I don't want to. So if you guys know of a smaller, kind of like this type medical station or something to that effect, or even something maybe around this size, but I don't, again, this is a small med bay, but you're lacking the, like, tank things on the side that you can see there. So it's like, I don't know if even this small one would actually have the respawn functionality, but that's basically what I'm looking at. I need some kind of small block that can do respawns, because unless the cryo chamber can, which I haven't actually tested, this handles everything but respawn. You get your oxygen, you get your hydrogen, and you'll heal your wounds, I believe, as well as maybe not recharge the suit. That's the only part I don't know. But I'm fairly sure the cryo chamber will recharge the suit. So there's that. But, like, this room in here, pretty sure it's done other than detail. This one's done other than detail. Like, pretty much everything is pretty done, other than some detail work, lighting. We really need to go through and do the lighting stuff. That'll probably be, like, an episode in and of itself. And just detail work where we want to cover up some conveyors with, you know, pipes or cables or something to that effect. Things like that. But for most part, I think the structure and function and all that is kind of done. Let me actually get rid of this, because I don't think I'm going to keep these. They take up so much of the floor, and it's kind of unnecessary. Let's see. This would be kind of above the door. Let's see if we could do something like that. And then here's your... Oops. Oh no. What did I do? Okay. This is the only problem I'm seeing, is it seems to still be hooked on the door. and I can't seem to get it to target the actual rover. Because it's kind of, no matter what I'm doing, it's opening and closing the hatch. That's a problem I didn't see coming. That could actually be an issue, now that I'm kind of looking at it. That's not really a good thing. What about something like this? Can I get away? This is a cool door. Okay, where's... Ooh. That's kind of cool. The color doesn't really match that well, though. That is kind of loud, too. That's pretty cool, though. So that one's handy. We could stick with the, this guy that we were kind of using on our outer shell for the weapons and stuff. Oops. I don't know which way is supposed to be which. Okay, so it'd be like that. Come on. And obviously we'll have buttons and stuff for this type of thing. I just don't have it wired up. Okay, and then that's accessible, so we could do something like that. Actually, now that I think about it, there's a windowed version of that door, which might be kind of cool. Where is it? Door offset. Oh, this one has one too. So we'd have door window, and where's the door? Offset windowed, there we go. And what was the other one? The other one that I'm thinking of, oh, it could do something like this. Let's grab you. Boarding tube, no, that won't work. What do you look like? Okay, let's get rid of that. Okay, it's too deep of a thing, though. I think. Yeah, that won't work. Okay, so that one's out. I was also thinking of this one, the hatch. Let's see, would you work? Okay, so that would actually work. That's pretty cool. We could use that. That's definitely an option. And we've seen that these, you can basically walk through them, or trigger through, or go through them kind of thing, so we don't really need to... Wait, was that the same one? It was the same one. Dagnabbit. Flip. There we go. Okay, so there is a windowed one, which is kind of cool. And then this one, the biggest thing with this one is color. That the color doesn't really try and match our decorum. I think we're gonna actually do this hatch one, though. I like that one, I think, the best at the moment. I am gonna change the location or rotation, actually. No. 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 Go the other way. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I would actually need it this way, I think, which is kind of odd. But you actually need it that way if you want it to rotate correctly, and we managed to get it right over the hatch, or the cockpit, so that's great. Okay, so what we're gonna do, I think, I might actually do this from spectator mode, so that I can actually pass through the walls and stuff. Did I take out... No, I only did it on one side. Okay. I may just remove that, to be honest. Because while it was an interesting idea, I don't think with no glass and stuff down here, I don't think you're ever really going to see this ridge in here, and I don't know how it affects the seal of the airflow. So we're just going to get rid of that. And let's bring this back up to the door, or the hatch. And we're going to do the same thing. Well, I was going to do the same thing to this. Okay, so all of that's sealed up nicely. And we can probably go through here and like add a camera or something to view the thing or whatever. So that's one thing. We could do a few things, because that's actually a little bit like random hatch in the floor. I don't particularly mind it, because it opens up and there's your rover. But I wouldn't mind doing some extra decorative type stuff either. But I think that's going to wrap things up for this episode mainly. So, next episode will probably be taking everybody's feedback. I really need a lot of feedback on the weapons, because like I said, I am very tempted, since I can't get the since I'm having trouble getting the chain guns to be covered up, I am very tempted to just scrap the whole rigid thing and just leave, and basically just leave the rover as the only thing with an inset, and have the rest of the ship be flat on the bottom. I'm very tempted to do that. So I would say everybody's feedback is pretty important in this episode, because I think next episode, here's the plan. Next episode, I think we're going to take the overall general consensus of the comments and stuff, and feedback and things and ideas, experiment a little bit. Like, if there's suggestions for how to cover up the Gatling guns, we're going to have to check that and see if they work. But overall, finalize the bottom guns is kind of the thing. Like, I want to be done with the bottom. So I think the general thing that's going to happen is, oh, that's might have been where the thudding came from, though I don't know how that happened. Yeah, okay, so that happened. I don't know how that happened. And that's disconnected too. Hold on, we have kind of a major explosion going on here in the back of the ship. Because this is all disconnected now. Why is that disconnected from the piston? That's weird. The piston and everything's all set up, and yet it shows red. That's really weird. Alright, well that's something I gotta fix. At least now I know how that you can build through spectator mode, so that's probably how I'll end up building this. So I can pass through the walls and stuff. I don't get that, though. That's weird. Anyways, so we'll have to fix that. So the next episode's probably going to be finalizing the underbelly, however we decide to do it. And kind of, you know, wiping our hands of it, and we're done. And then the inside, it'll probably be detail work next episode. It'll mainly be, hey, this is what we kind of decided to do for the underbelly, and then let's go inside, and it'll be like lighting and detail work in terms of adding decorative stuff or cables or wires or whatever. And I do want to really nail down the respawn situation. So those are things I could really use everybody's feedback on. But anyways, we're going to wrap things up here for today. In the meantime, I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.